Hi, today I'm going to review these sample fragrances from this Discovery set by Jardin. There are 8 different scents in here, and although I bought my sample set about 2 years ago, and if you buy it from their website now, it won't come in this packaging anymore. They've updated it. All the scents that I'm reviewing still are available for purchase on their website. I think the only difference is they have now one more additional scent that they've since released that I haven't been able to smell, so I won't be able to review that one. But I'll be able to review the ones here today. So they are Berber Blonde, Venus of Verbena, Incense Water, Revolution de la Fleur, Tiger by Her Side, Sandalwood Temple, Vanilla Nomad, and Jaipur Chant. I love this brand. I think they do wonderful perfumes, but there's not a lot of chatter about them online, and it's kind of hard to find reviews, so I thought I'd go ahead and tell you what I think about them. Okay, first a little bit about the brand itself. They say that they are free from phthalates, artificial colorants, parabens, formaldehydes, BHT, polycyclic musks, and palm oil. They're vegan, and they use mostly essential oils. Now they do use some synthetics because not everything can be an essential oil, but I feel like overall the perfumes, you can really tell that they smell very natural. Like if you're into the smell of fresh flowers, fresh fruit, stuff like that, you'll really like this scent because to me it smells very wholesome. You know, like some perfumes, when you smell them, they just smell like perfume. Like they smell like some unidentifiable, nice blend of something. There's like a chemical quality to it. A lot of the designer fragrances from the big houses smell like that. This one is not like that at all. I can really tell that they use essential oils in here. But they do it in a lovely way. You're not going to smell like patchouli crystal shop. You're going to smell really nice and sophisticated. So that's really nice. Another thing about this brand is I think they are like socially conscious in the sense that they like work with female artisans and do some kind of like donating or partnering with like female empowerment organizations. I'm not too sure, and I'm not going to go into it because I didn't read up about that too much, but you can find that information on their website. So this kit that I have comes in this really nice box. Again, you're probably not going to get this if you buy it now, because I did buy mine 2 years ago, but it comes with this 8 fragrances here. Some of them have gotten a little darker over time. For example, when I first got this, it wasn't this orange color, but it still smells the exact same. So no worries there. I think when you have natural substances, sometimes they will discolor over time, but it still smells the same as the day I got it. I'm going to go ahead and start with Berber Blonde. And Berber Blonde is described as having the top notes of bergamot and bitter orange, the middle notes of neroli and orange flower, and base notes of musk. So this one, I will say, is probably my least favorite of the bunch, only because I'm not super into like neroli orange blossom scents, but it is very like photorealistic. So it is sharp, it's a little bit soapy, and there's a slight like herbal bitter quality to it, which is really nice. It's great for people who love orange blossom, who love neroli. It smells to me a little bit like a citrus cleaning product because of that sharp quality. But I do think that if you're looking for an orange blossom perfume, then this is the one to go for because it smells like the fresh flower. It's not going to smell like a synthetic version of orange blossom, if you know what I mean. So I think this is nice and layered with other things, but personally I haven't wanted to wear it or felt myself drawn to it, although I will say it is very, very nice. Alright, the next one I'm going to talk about is Vanilla Nomad. This one is described as having the top notes of bergamot, coriander, cardamom, heart notes of jasmine, absolute frankincense, and benzoin, and the base notes of sandalwood, vanilla, vetiver, and patchouli. I think this one is really delicious. This smells gourmand to me. It smells like a delicious baked spiced good. Maybe something that you would make, you know, around the holiday season. It's warm and spicy and delicious, and it's sweet, but it's not cloying. It's just like a tiny little bit of sweet. The vanilla is also noticeable. I think this one is really pleasant. There's not that much projection to it, so if I'm wearing it, it feels very light. And I don't think people standing close to me can smell it at all, but it is really yummy is how I would describe it. It's like a spiced dessert. Alright, moving on to Tiger by Her Side. This one is my favorite of the bunch. I actually went ahead and bought a little travel size rollerball. I think at the time when I was purchasing, the travel size were only rollerballs. So I got myself a little rollerball. I'm about halfway through using it. The notes for this one are described as top notes are bergamot, cinnamon bark, and coriander. Heart notes are rose, patchouli, and benzoin, and the base notes are vanilla, frankincense, and labdanum. And this one is like Vanilla Nomad's more complex, more mysterious cousin, I would describe them as. I don't think you need both just because they are pretty similar. But this is like a deeper version, I think. It is also a bit gourmand, like a spiced tea, spiced dessert, but this one has more patchouli in it, which makes it, you know, just smell deeper, like more nighttime, I guess is what a lot of people will associate this with. It has more depth, and I definitely prefer this to Vanilla Nomad. For warm amber scents like this, I like to have patchouli, so that's just me. If you don't like patchouli, you probably like Vanilla Nomad better. I just think that this reminds me of a winter holiday and all of like the delicious spice treats that you make during that time. It really smells like spices to me. I think the cinnamon really stands out, and it's just so good. It's just so good. It's not really a summer scent for me, but I do wear it in the winter a lot. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is Incense Water. This one is described as having top notes of bergamot, raspberry leaf, pimento berry, middle notes of rose, rose oil, rose water, and base notes of musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. Now this one is definitely a rose patchouli, that's how I would describe it. It doesn't smell like incense, it doesn't smell watery, it's nothing like the name. So don't let the name lead you astray. This is like a strong rose scent. I would describe it as a little bit powdery and a little bit mature, only because I feel like the trendy scents that are coming out don't smell like this. This smells like more of the scents that were on the market maybe like a decade or two ago. I remember my mom had this decorative soap in the shape of a rose that smelled very similar to this. So I think you might describe this as more of like an older scent, although I don't think that fragrance has an age. I think anyone can wear anything anytime. But it's, you know, not like the fresh, dewy kind of rose. This is like more of a jammy rose. Not super syrupy. There's not like an intentionally sweet note in here. I don't smell like vanilla or anything like that, but it is like more of a powdery, jammy type of rose scent. There's a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of smokiness almost, maybe because of the patchouli. When I first spray it, I do get like a little bit of a soapiness, but that dissipates pretty quickly, I think. Then it gets just deeper and richer, and it's really nice if you like rose. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is Jaipur Chant. This one is described as having the top notes of lemon and clove leaf, the middle notes of tuberose, jasmine, and narcissa, and the base notes of musk. So this one is like a beautiful white floral scent. It smells like tuberose and jasmine. We have jasmine growing at my house, at my parents' house, so when I smell this, it immediately takes me back to like summer evenings next to those bushes and the white flowers. It's very photorealistic. Remember what I said about these scents smelling really natural and like essential oils? Yeah, this is just a great example of how natural and real it smells. I also feel like it smells similar to honeysuckle as well. It doesn't last as long as the others. I will say when I spray this, it pretty much disappears without a trace within 4 hours, but during the time I have it on, it's really a great experience. So I love this one. If you like white florals, you should give it a shot. If you're not that into florals, then definitely stay away because it's just a floral smell. Alright, the next one is Revolution de la Fleur. It's not this orange when you first get it, it's just turned orange over time. But it still smells great. I still wear it sometimes. The top notes are described as rose and frangipani. The heart notes are described as orange flower, ylang ylang, and jasmine, and the base notes as vanilla and sandalwood. Now this one is another super floral scent. I like this one better than the last one, I think. I detect a lot of frangipani here, which I really, really love. I love frangipani as like a middle note. It really brings out some like a tropical vibe, and it makes it feel buttery almost to me, if that makes any sense, like more of creaminess. Whenever a fragrance has that note, I just feel it be more creamy to me. There's another flower that comes across as a bit soapy. I think it might be the orange blossom, but the soapiness dissipates the same way as we were talking about with incense water. It pretty much within a few minutes goes away. The scent, I would say, smells kind of sweet in a floral way. Not in like a sugary vanilla way at all. It's more like a fluffy vanilla. And if you like yellow floral scents, I would say try this one. I like this one better than the last one only because I find that white florals are a little bit like sharp almost, where this one doesn't smell like the same way. It smells more like, I was gonna say rounded, but that makes no sense. That's just how I think of it in my head. It's really good. It's a nice yellow floral scent with jasmine. I would say that most of these scents are very feminine, although this is the only one that I think is just a truly unisex. This one's called Sandalwood Temple. The notes are described as top notes, bergamot, neroli oil, orange flower, water, middle notes, cedar wood, base notes, sandalwood, vanilla, and guaiac wood. This is just like a sandalwood forward scent. It's great for layering if you want sandalwood to be under some of your other scents. I think it'll go great just because it's so, for lack of a better word, like plain in a good way, you know what I mean? Like there's not too many bells and whistles here. It just smells like wood, like sandalwood and cedar wood. I think that it's not something that I personally want to wear by itself on its own, but I think that maybe people who like wearing sandalwood by itself would really like this. It is also kind of aromatic. It's very like natural smelling, like I said. Once again, it smells a lot like just an essential oil and a more sophisticated version of an essential oil. I think it's very unisex, it's very inoffensive. I think that no one will ever complain if you wear this, but projection on this is pretty weak. Like I can sometimes barely smell it on myself, so I don't think it'll be an issue to anyone else either. But if you like something stronger, maybe this wouldn't be the one for you, but I do think it's great, and I think it's very classic. It's probably really good for layering as well. I just personally don't really reach for it. Last but not least is Venus of Verbena. This is my second favorite out of the bunch. My first favorite was Tiger by Her Side, which when I mentioned that there was only roller balls available in the travel size, I think they've updated that because I just went on the website now and I see travel size sprays now also available, so you can get yourself a travel size spray instead, which I think is nicer. It's more preferable to me to use a spray, so I'm glad to see that the travel size is now a spray instead of a rollerball. But yeah, let's keep talking about Venus of Verbena though. The top notes here are described as lemon oil, Litsi, Cubeba, that one I have no idea what that is, and verbena. Middle notes are neroli oil, clary sage, and orange blossom, and base notes are musk, heliotrope, and vetiver. This one is so sophisticated, so clean. It's a nice verbena scent. If you like verbena, I think you can't go wrong with this. It's very herby, but it's not medicinal at all. It just smells like a rich woman, honestly. I think it smells so nice. It smells super posh, you know? I smell a fresh sage note in here as well, and they do list it as one of the notes. But sage, like the fresh sage plant to me, sometimes smells like it has like almost like a stinky quality. Do you know what I mean? But this doesn't have that at all. It has all the nice parts of sage without any of the smoky or stinky parts. I feel like the projection is kind of weaker for this one, but I do think it is really sophisticated, really natural smelling, a lovely like slightly lemony but not sharp at all scent. Verbena is just like a great note, I think. I love anything verbena, especially this one. There's a nice, like, I want to say creamy quality to it again, but I'm not sure if that even makes sense or if I'm just making that up as like a way to describe scents. But yeah, it's not like a sharp scent, because sometimes the verbena, is mixed together in a way that smells kind of sharp, like a cleaning product almost, and this one doesn't give me that at all. Alrighty, so that wraps up the review for the Sana Jardin Discovery Set. It is not the most updated one. They do have 2 other scents that I know of on their website that are not included in my 2-year-old sample set, but hope you enjoy this review and let me know what you think about them if you try them.